And I mean, we got to see Shenmue literally in its full glory of 1 and 2 actually play out pretty well. I enjoyed them while they lasted.
I think the future of consoles should be the modular PC crossovers. I think
Yeah.
that is where we should go. I don't think we should focus so much on, oh, we have to have VR. Everybody has to have a headset. Blah blah blah. I don't care about that much. You know what I mean? Those are accessories to me. I want a modular PC thing. I can just be like, oh look, they came out with a new graphics card that'll play games in 4K. Bloop bloop. Okay, it's installed,
Well, I mean,
and be done with it.
we know that Xbox and PlayStation, like Microsoft and PlayStation, both came out with the release of their new like hardware based versions of the PS3 and Xbox One this year.
Right.
Like they mentioned those at E3, like this is happening. Oh, and wait, we now have the Xbox Scorpion. But if you don't have a 4K TV, don't buy it because it's worthless to you.
I think
Like,
what
wait,
they
wait.
really need to have some crossovers between the PC developers like Intel and AMD, and they need to have the console builders make some hard choices, work together, and put out a really good modular system. And then in the future, it'll be super easy because the console companies will be able to focus on the promotion for making games, stuff like that. Whereas Intel or AMD, Nvidia, whatever, they'll be back in R&D building the product, and together they'll make a lot more money, right? Because why have AMD and Intel fighting against each other when they could, partner up with Xbox or Sony and decide, we're going to make a really good console that's going to be good for everybody to play games on, and we're going to squash the whole PC master race because it's going to be modular console master race because that's all there you need to have. You can do everything on it. It'll run Windows. It'll be like a super Xbox that runs Windows, and you can play 4K games on it.
That's pretty much what they are now, if you think about
That's
it.
what they're trying to do, but it's like they need to really just buckle down and get some stuff out there. But of course, this is
Yeah.
new technology we're talking about. Like the whole just plug in a new piece and go. Like the connections have to be working right. The power transfer has to be working right. You have to be able to pull from your extra RAM. You have to make it dummy proof, and that's the hardest thing because people are idiots. Like they can't even cross the street and play Pokemon Go. So I don't think they're going to be able to build a modular PC the correct way. Like you have to make it super dummy proof. Oh, the tower can go upside down, right? Sure. Like stuff like that is. I don't know. We're a long way off. I think it's a consumer problem more than it is a development problem.
Yeah, and
'Cause
you
there's no
you also
demand
got
for
to
it.
think. I mean, they're making consoles honestly with the best working but cheapest parts, so that way the average consumer, even on low income, can be like, "Hey, we got an Xbox One for $400,"
Yeah, but
or
instead of
"Hey,
making a
that."
new console every 2 years, maybe they should make a modular console and save people some money, and then they'll make more money because people will have money to buy the new pieces.
Because they won't make money off of the new system completely. They want you to always buy a new system. They want you to always buy the new accessories for the new console that's released.
Right, but
That's
if they take
that's how that
the
system
AMD approach and say, we're gonna upgrade our stuff, and it's gonna be much better, but we're gonna do it at competitive pricing, the 480 sold out in 2 days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like if they were like, oh yeah, we have the new modular piece for the, I don't know, it's fucking Crossbox, whatever. I don't get. Just make up a name. We have the new modular processor for the Crossbox, and it's only $200. Okay, I'd buy that instead of
Like
paying
the Aura
$400 something dollars. You know what I mean? Weenie's in bed on the phone, talking about us, watching us. I see you, Weenie. I know how you do it. I know what's going
I'm
on.
ready to just go back to sleep. Not gonna lie, I wanted to do that, and the fun fact, I do forget things from time to time. Literally, like the show, as I was saying it, my mind hadn't registered that I had to do this today. And then I finished my words and was like, shoot, I got this show. I got to get ready. And this was like an hour before everything. So, I mean, I had plenty of time, but it was just like, the goofiness that happens to all of us, especially since we're, me and Josh are both broadcasters, Weenie, Pwnecast. I'm pretty sure all of us mix up our schedules, so we may not focus on this 100% of the time, but it's somehow always in our background or in our notes. Like, we got to work on it.
Yeah, no, I spend all week trying to find topics and put it together. I'm really annoyed with console gamers because the ones that always put up the divider with PC gamers of something of I don't have the money to get a PC like you. That's wasting money. Hello, have you ever even done the math? I don't remember paying for a game at full price. I can't read it today. I gotta actually look at it in the chat because I'm looking at it in the box. For game for full price, I don't have to pay membership to use a network on top of internet. That adds up. Yeah, true. Oops, novel. Novel.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Like, I spent $400 on a PlayStation, right? And then it was like, oh, you gotta have, if you want to play this game, you need a membership. If you want to play that game, you gotta have a membership. Plus, you gotta have the PlayStation Network membership. Plus, you gotta buy another console. Oh, you want to stream? Buy the $60 camera. Oh, you want to have this going on? Blah, blah, blah. You want to be able to type? Buy the keyboard accessory. All in all, you spend like $600-700. My computer costs $800. Right? Total. So, and $60 a game, that's gonna add up. If I had, let's just say the average person buys a game $60 a month, right? Or 2 games for $30, something like that. Let's just say the average gamer spends $60 a month. I know there are people who are like, I spend way more than that. But I'm just saying for mathematics' sakes, right? $60 a month. Okay, that's a new hard drive plus $10. $60 a month. The next month is new RAM plus $20, right? So you just save $30 right there. Upgrading your stuff. If you want to play a game on PC, you can buy keys on PC. If it's a $60 game, you can usually get it for $40. $20 you save.
Or
right
cheaper.
there. Or cheaper, depending on where you get it from. Yeah. I don't have to go to GameStop and trade in my games for $4. I don't have to do that. I could just sell my account or whatever I want to do with it.
The fun part is
so much more money on PC.
It is nice to be on to get a PC together. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it took me a full year to have the money for my PC. And I was like, sweet, yes, I can finally play those awesome games. And I agree with you guys. Like, I would rather, me personally, I would rather have a PC. I've not touched my consoles until I started streaming in over almost 3 years. I would go to them when my internet's out, or hey, I don't have this game on my PC. Let me just chill, play, enjoy myself. But I mean, with the PC nowadays, every game is coming out on the console and PC. So if it comes out on the PC, that's it. I'm just buying it.
Well, if you're somebody that has people come over and they play games, you know what I mean, then the PlayStation or the Xbox, the console would be a better choice. But if you're a solo gamer, or it's like you and your significant other, and you can get 2 PCs set up for pretty cheap, and y'all don't have to play the same game. You can do whatever you want and surf Facebook at the same time. It doesn't matter. It's I feel like it's more of a singular platform. But you can always go online and play with other people. But if, let's say, you're having a party or whatever, people come over and they're like, bro, I can kick your ass in FIFA, and you're like, no, you won't.
No, you can't.
Then you could have 4 people playing PlayStation, and that's where it gets more involved. It's not like I couldn't hook up 4 controllers to my computer, but I'm not buying 4 controllers for that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not buying 4 controllers for people to come over and play Street Fighter or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna happen. So, and plus when people come over, I'm like, don't touch my PC. Don't even look at it. Don't breathe on it. Don't go near it. That's just me. That's just me. I'm like, don't do it. When he goes, I don't have IRL friends. Just moved here in January, and Bojob's IRL friends don't game. Definitely see what you mean, though. I have a 64, and that's always fun. Yeah. See, we put the PlayStation in the living room, the PlayStation 1, and it's funny when you're messed up to go and play throwback games. And play, we were playing Tekken the other day. I was like, I feel like I'm gonna break this. I really felt I was gonna break the controller.
It kind of if you look at Tekken now versus Tekken 3 or older on the like PlayStation 1, it kind of
I'm talking Tekken
almost
Tag
reminds you of
Tournament.
Virtua Fighter.
Oh my god, because
Yeah,
it's so
Tekken
bad.
Tag
Yes.
Tournament. Jeez,
But
man.
there's no combos, and like that's the evolution of fighting games that we were talking about last week, when it was like fighting games now versus fighting games like Primal Rage. Primal Rage had like 2 things: punch forward, punch low, jump. That was it. Now it's like you have to build up your combo bar, put in the special move, counter. You can drop frame counter, you can block counter, you can aerial counter, you can do this, you can do that. I'm just like,
And then, if you're really good,
Is this a
you'll know all
MOBA?
the frame moves to all of your characters' moves, so that way you can counter easily. So
Mysterious, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Yeah, exactly.
that is Street
Street
Fighter Pro competition today. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they take frames per moves
Mm-hmm.
into consideration to be the top player.
Oh yeah, and it's totally crazy compared to, I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna play Zangief, and we're gonna kill you, and that's it.
Oh yeah,
and then people will be like,
I'm gonna be playing 10.
I'm gonna be Ken. I'm gonna be
I'm
Ryu.
gonna take you out.
And that was it. That was the whole strategic backing of a fighting game. It was like, I'm better with Blanka. I can do it.
Oh my goodness.
We used to play Capcom versus not Marvel, but Capcom versus
SNK?
SNK Neo on GameCube.
Oh.
And we would have it on the mode where like the little roll stick was your special moves. And that game was dope. That game was dope, but it was broken because you could play Blanka, right? And it was like you press the button and like he would just do his special moves no matter what, and you couldn't. There was no drop frame, so it was like as long as you rolled the button around, you would win. I was literally told my brother, he would sit there and practice that game, and I told my brother, I was like, I'll beat you with one hand. And he was like, there's no way you could beat me with one hand. I was like, I'll pick one character against your 3 characters, and I'll beat you with one hand. He was like, that's freaking impossible. I was like, all right, cool. So I played Blank. I was literally just like, bloop, 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 using the little C stick, and I destroyed him. I literally just rolled around the map the whole time, and he couldn't hit me, couldn't do anything. Every time I used a move, I just bounced off the walls and hit him. And he was like, this is so broken. I was, yeah. Yeah, told you.
Oh jeez.
But yeah, the evolution of fighting games now is like, we have to have strategic play. We have to be able to counter and drop frames and stuff like that. Like, if you don't land your full combo, or even if you land your full combo, you might not kill somebody, and the reversals could happen anytime. You could have one bit of health left, but if you know a full combo, it doesn't really matter.
I would say questionable, because still it's really weird. I know my boy, shout outs to Nick Tanella, who works with esports shoutcasting for Street Fighter and a few other beat 'em up games that are out there on the esports scene. The guy is awesome. If you guys want to check him out, see what he's up to on Twitter, I'm pretty sure he's going to be in some form of fighting esport or fighting tournament, which, funny, they're tournaments. They're not an esport. They're tournaments.
Right.
Everything else is an esport. But it comes to beat 'em up games and fighters, they're tournaments.
I think that's a throwback to the arcade jargon.
Yeah, it's weird, but even counters have frame drops. It got so technical when he was doing his first Street Fighter V tournament, and he was sitting with some of the world's best players at the time. And this is like 6 months ago. He basically was like coming into the scene, and he had another shoutcaster who's extremely knowledgeable about Street Fighter, and they came in. They were like, yeah, even counters have dropped frame moments. Not all of them are split second, 1 frame attacks. So even if you have that little bit of health, you could actually win the tournament, win the match, but at the same time, you could maybe miss out.
Just say she worked at Paul Mitchell.
Is
hi,
that
Duncan.
a cast I hear?
Look, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Some things happened last night. I just...
Turn your camera on so we can add you to the thing.
He's like, I can't.
I can't do it. I can't, no.
I could... What happened to Weenie? Was she just on this call?
No.
I invited her, but she's in the chat.
Yeah, she's in the chat?
Yeah, she's in the general chat.
All right, let me rearrange this real fast. I gotta find my Skype chapter. You guys are killing me.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Just Like I like we found calipers for the first time last night.